Hi, Dad. When can I switch my Part D plan?
That's a great question, and I get that question all the time. So let's say you have a Medicare Part D prescription drug plan, and you don't even like the plan. Maybe you used to like the plan, but you don't like that plan anymore, and you want to switch. Well, when can you switch? Well, you can't switch anytime you want. You can switch during the fall annual election period, and it's the same time every year. It's October 15th through December 7th. During that time, you can switch, you can hop to another prescription drug plan. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, there's a lot of reasons why you would want to do that. Why you would want to consider swapping plans. Now, the couple that I see the most often. Let's say you were eligible for Medicare and you enrolled in Medicare. And you enrolled in original Medicare and Medicare Part D. You picked a Part D plan, but you didn't you didn't intend on utilizing that plan, right? Because you were going to use some of those other service providers for medications like GoodRx or Cost Plus drugs, where you can get cheap medication, a lot of times cheaper than a Part D plan. The reason why you enrolled in Part D, though, is because you didn't want to have to deal with the late penalty later down the road if you needed it. Right, so you just enrolled in kind of a cheap, low premium Part D plan because you didn't intend on using it. And so, but during the year, maybe you've become sicker, right? Because we do. We as we age, we get sicker, and it's tough to forecast that, right? And GoodRx and Cost Plus drugs is great if you're relatively healthy, only have relatively inexpensive drugs, medication needs. But once you get into that, a more complex health situation, let's say, right, and your medications switch to maybe specialty drugs or higher cost drugs, then Cost Plus and GoodRx and some of those folks, those medications, those prices, those cost of those drugs, maybe even more expensive, can be more expensive than they would be in a high quality Part D prescription drug plan, right? So you've become sicker, right? Your medications are getting expensive for Cost Plus and GoodRx and those folks, and you want to switch. Well, you can't switch anytime you want. You want to switch. You have to switch during that annual election period, that fall annual election period, which is October 15th through December 7th. Now, it's important to know, though, once you swap to a different Part D plan, it's not effective immediately. It's not effective as of the day that you enroll during the AEP, the fall AEP. It's effective as of January 1st of the following year. So you need to keep that coverage, that lower cost, that Part D plan that you don't really like. You got to keep that for the remainder of the year. Don't drop it, because if you drop it and the other plan isn't effective until January 1st, which it will be effective as of January 1st, now you have a gap and now you have financial exposure, and it could really throw a monkey wrench in your retirement and your plans. So you got to understand the timing of these things. Another reason why you may want to switch, maybe when you enrolled in that initial Part D plan, you were relatively healthy, right? You're healthy, and the cost of your drugs were on a formulary. They were tier 1, they were tier 2, relatively inexpensive. And you chose a lower cost plan, a plan with a lower premium. And now, during the year, again, maybe you get sicker, you have different ailments, different medications, it's more expensive medications that are somewhere else on the formulary in a higher tier, so now it's much more expensive. And you're looking around and saying, oh, if I would have got this other plan, maybe the premium would have been a little bit higher, but the copays for my drugs now would have been a lot less. I would be saving money. So you want to switch. Well, you can't switch whenever you want, remember. You got to switch during that fall annual election period, October 15th through December 7th. And you got to look around. One of the great things about Part D, though, there's no underwriting. It's guaranteed issue. So you won't be denied as long as you enroll during a valid election period, which that fall AEP is. You will not be denied for a pre-existing condition. Right? So you can jump around. And even if you like your plan, I'll just say this, I'll put this out there. Even if you like your Part D plan, you should still look around annually every year during the fall AEP. In the fall, you'll get your annual notice of change from your Part D plan. They'll talk about what's on the formulary, where things sit on the formulary, how much things are going to cost, any changes for the next year. Take a look at that. Take a look at that because you could save money jumping to another Part D prescription plan. And unlike Medigap or a Medicare supplement, there will be no underwriting. So think about that. You got to get this right. Have to. Always look around, see where you can save money. Because you only get one chance at a successful retirement. Choose wisely.
I got it. That makes sense, Dad.